Does your cat ever give you the cold shoulder, or have you noticed them acting a little off lately? It's easy to brush it off as just a cat thing, but what if it's something more? What if your cat is trying to tell you they feel unloved? In this video, we're breaking down the 10 subtle signs that your cat is feeling lonely and what you need to do to win back their trust and affection. We often think of cats as these independent, aloof creatures, but the truth is, they form incredibly deep bonds with us. They have a rich emotional language, and when their needs for affection and security aren't met, they can feel stressed, ignored, and unloved. The problem? Their cries for help are often quiet and easy to misinterpret. Missing these signs can lead to behavioral issues, a damaged bond, and can even take a toll on your cat's health. Understanding these signals isn't about fixing a bad habit. It's about learning to speak your cat's language and strengthening that beautiful connection you share. So, if you've ever wondered if your cat is truly happy, stick around as we decode the feline heart. Increased vocalization. Number 1. They get a lot louder. Has your normally quiet cat suddenly turned into a total chatterbox? Or maybe their meows have taken on a sad, demanding tone, especially late at night. This is often one of the first and most direct ways a cat signals they're feeling lonely. While it can be annoying, especially when it's your 3 a.m. wake-up call, it's not an act of defiance. It's a cry for your attention. Cats are smart. They learn very quickly that meowing gets a reaction from us. When they feel neglected, they'll use their voice to let you know they need you. That lonely-sounding meow might be repetitive or sound more like a yowl, designed to carry and make sure you can't ignore it. They are telling you, in the clearest way they know how, that they feel insecure and need more of your time. So before you get frustrated, take a second to think about what they're really asking for. A little extra playtime before bed could be all it takes to soothe their worries and reassure them that they are, in fact, very loved. Number 2. Destructive behavior. Have your once perfect curtains become a jungle gym? Has your favorite chair been reupholstered by your cat's claws? When a cat starts tearing up your home, it's not because they're being spiteful. More often than not, this kind of destructive behavior is a direct result of loneliness, boredom, and a lack of stimulation. Things like knocking stuff off shelves, chewing on cords, and scratching up the furniture are all ways for a cat to burn off pent-up energy and frustration. Think of it as their way of shouting, "Hey, I'm over here, and I'm bored." Indoor cats especially need an environment that keeps them engaged. If they don't have enough to do, they'll find their own, often destructive, ways to stay busy. This behavior is a clear sign that your cat needs more interaction. Instead of scolding them, which only adds to their anxiety, try redirecting that energy. Investing in good scratching posts, rotating their toys, and scheduling daily play sessions can make a huge difference, saving both your furniture and your relationship. Avoidance and isolation. Number 3. They start hiding from you. This next sign is super subtle and easy to mistake for classic cat independence. But when a cat that's usually social starts to pull away, it's a huge red flag. If your cat consistently leaves the room the moment you walk in or starts hiding in closets and under beds, they might be signaling that they feel emotionally disconnected. Hiding is a natural instinct for cats when they're stressed or scared. It's how they find security. But when it becomes a pattern of avoiding you, it suggests a crack in your bond. One of the most telling signs here is the lack of eye contact. For a cat, a slow blink is a sign of trust and affection. It's basically a kitty kiss. A cat that feels unloved will do the opposite. They might watch you with wide, tense eyes, never fully relaxing when you're around. This constant state of alert means they don't feel emotionally safe. They've gone into self-preservation mode. This isn't your cat being aloof. It's a quiet plea for you to be gentle and help rebuild that trust. Lack of response. Number 4. They stop responding to your voice. Do you ever call your cat's name and get nothing? Not even an ear twitch? We all joke about cats being stubborn, but a consistent lack of response can point to something deeper. A cat that feels a strong bond with you will usually react to your voice, even if it's just a tiny flick of the ears or a head turn to show they heard you. It's a small but important sign of connection. When a cat completely tunes you out, it can suggest they don't see you as a source of comfort or positive interaction anymore, so your voice just doesn't register as important. This is especially telling if your cat used to respond but has recently stopped. It might mean they're feeling neglected. Of course, you should always rule out medical issues first, especially hearing loss in older cats. But if the vet gives a clean bill of health, it may be time to work on rebuilding that bond, so your voice once again becomes a sound they associate with love and safety. Refusal to play. Number 5. They refuse to play. Play isn't just a fun little extra for cats. It's absolutely essential for their well-being and a cornerstone of your relationship. It taps into their natural hunting instincts and gives them much-needed mental and physical exercise. So when your cat starts consistently refusing to play, you shouldn't ignore it. This is especially true for younger cats who are normally full of energy. A cat that turns its nose up at their favorite feather wand might be signaling emotional distress. They could be feeling too depressed, anxious, or disconnected to engage in something that requires energy and trust. Think about it. When we feel down, we often lose interest in our favorite hobbies. It's the same for cats. A lack of play doesn't just lead to boredom, it can cause deep frustration that comes out in other ways. Experts recommend at least 15 to 30 minutes of interactive play every day to keep a cat happy. If yours is refusing, try different toys or playing at different times. Is your cat more playful or a professional napper? Let us know their favorite game in the comments below. Excessive grooming. Number 6. Over-grooming. Cats are famously clean, spending a big chunk of their day grooming. But when this normal behavior turns into an obsession, it's a serious sign of emotional trouble. Over-grooming, or psychogenic alopecia, is when a cat licks, chews, or bites themselves so much that it causes skin irritation, sores, or even bald patches. You'll most often see this on their belly, inner legs, and sides. This is a coping mechanism. The act of licking actually releases endorphins, which are natural feel-good chemicals that help reduce anxiety. So a cat that's stressed, bored, or lonely might turn to grooming for self-comfort, similar to how a person might bite their nails. It's often triggered by a lack of stimulation or a change in routine that makes them feel insecure.
Sudden aggression or mood changes. Number 7. Aggression or sudden mood swings. Has your sweet, cuddly cat suddenly become a total grump? It's easy to feel hurt when a cat starts hissing, swatting, or biting, especially when it seems to come from nowhere. But this sudden attitude shift isn't about being mean. It's a direct reflection of their emotional state. Aggression in a lonely cat is often just frustration, stress, and hurt boiling over. When a cat's emotional needs aren't being met, they don't know how to handle it. A lack of play or interaction can lead to a buildup of anxiety that explodes in aggressive outbursts. They might lash out when you try to leave, or suddenly hate being petted in ways they used to enjoy. This isn't because they've stopped loving you. On the contrary, it's because they feel insecure in their relationship with you and don't know how else to show their distress. Seeing these mood swings as a cry for help rather than an attack is the first step toward fixing the root cause. Excessive clinginess. Number 8. They become your shadow. While some cats are just natural-born cuddlers, a sudden switch to being excessively clingy can be a sign of deep-seated insecurity. It might seem like the opposite of hiding, but it comes from the same place: feeling unloved. A cat that follows you from room to room, meows constantly for pets, or just has to be on your keyboard while you're trying to work is often battling some serious anxiety. This behavior is their frantic attempt to get reassurance. They're so worried about being left alone that they feel the need to be in constant physical contact. While it can seem sweet, this level of neediness is often a sign that your cat is struggling with loneliness and is relying on you as their only source of security. They aren't just asking for attention. They are constantly testing your bond to make sure you're still there for them. Recognizing this as insecurity allows you to respond with the patience and extra affection they need to feel safe again.
Changes in sleeping patterns. Number 9. Their sleeping habits change. Cats sleep a ton, up to 16 hours a day. But How and where they sleep can tell you a lot about how they're feeling. One of the biggest signs of a strong bond is a cat choosing to sleep on or near you. It shows ultimate trust. So, a sudden change in this habit is a subtle but powerful message. If your cat used to be your bedtime buddy but now sleeps alone in a different room, they may be signaling emotional distance. On the other hand, a cat that suddenly starts sleeping way more than usual, seeming tired and uninterested even during their active hours, could be showing signs of depression linked to loneliness. Watching your cat's sleeping patterns is like having a quiet window into their soul. Physical signs of stress. Number 10. Physical signs of stress. In extreme cases, the emotional pain of feeling unloved can show up in shocking physical ways. One dramatic example is a condition called feline hyperesthesia syndrome, or FHS. Cats with this syndrome can have bizarre symptoms like frantic skin twitching along their back, extreme sensitivity to touch, and sudden bursts of wild energy. While its exact cause is still a topic of research, many experts agree that stress can be a major factor that makes the symptoms worse. Another really distressing sign is urinating outside the litter box, especially on things that smell like you, like your bed or your clothes. This isn't revenge. The cat is actually trying to soothe their anxiety by mixing their scent with yours in a desperate attempt to feel more secure. Conclusion: our cats can't use words to tell us they're lonely, but they communicate with us every single day through their actions. They aren't bad behaviors that need punishment. They are cries for connection that need to be understood. The first step to winning back your cat's trust is to listen. Really listen with your eyes and your heart. Thank you for watching. And if you want to learn more about decoding your cat's behavior, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.